All right, everyone, we're back with more PAX Unplugged 2018 coverage. It is day 3, and I'm here with Carla Kopp at the Weird Giraffe Booth. How is the con going, Carla?
It's been going so great.
What's the big difference about this con as opposed to cons that we've gone to in the past?
So one of the really great things is that people are really nice. Like everyone is nice. Everyone is here for the people. Like not that other cons are mean, but it's like overly nice, I think.
That's a good thing, and it looks like there's a lot of exciting Weird Giraffe things going on at the booth here. What have people been really excited about?
Well, Fire in the Library and Stellar Leap, this is the first PAX Unplugged for both of those games, but the first convention in general for Fire in the Library. So, that one we've actually almost sold out of. We have, I think, 16 copies left.
That's incredible, and you're also showing off a bunch of new stuff, too. You are working tirelessly, so tell us about the new stuff Weird Giraffe has lined up for 2019.
Okay, so the first one is actually not a Weird Giraffe game, it's a Galactic Raptor game, but that's my other company. So for that, we have Animal Kingdoms, which is an area control game for 1 to 5 players, where you are trying to take over the different kingdoms. There's 5 of them, and you want to get a certain amount of points. But a cool thing about it is that the points are placed out randomly each game. So maybe the smallest kingdom is really important this time, but next time it's the lowest point one, so it doesn't really matter that much. It plays in 3 rounds, and each round you change the decrees for each kingdom. And what that means is it changes what cards you can play into the kingdom. So some of them are really easy, some of them depend on the neighbors of each kingdom, and some of them depend on all the other kingdoms, so they get really strict on there. But those change, so each game is very different.
So last year that I saw you at PAX Unplugged, you were actually in the Unpub room. You have a full-on, 10 by 20 booth here this year?
Yes, so it's a vast change from just sitting at a table in there that I was assigned to occasionally to actually having so much space of my own.
How many cons have you had booths at this point?
This is my second booth.
Is this a bigger booth?
Oh yeah, so at Origins I had an 8 by 10, which is less than half of this. Well, and we were also right next to people, so we would never be able to do this where we're taking a video right beside my booth. So essentially my booth is kind of like a 30 by 10 or maybe even a 40 by 10, and it's fantastic.
That's incredible. I don't think I would even be able to stand in an 8 by 10 booth. I would just be bursting out the seams from every side.
That's basically how it was. And everyone thought that they had a 10 by 10. So the person next to us had an 8-foot table, which meant that they always had to go out of their booth via our booth. So we had to have a path in addition to having 3 people in there and our own 6-foot table. It was so cramped. I was just constantly like this the whole time, not being able to put my hands out.
So aside from Animal Kingdoms, are there any other Weird Giraffe games or other side project games that you guys are working on, or are you working on any prototypes here? Any other PAX-related business that you're trying to crack out on the 3rd day?
Yes, so we also have Big Easy Busking, which is the next game from Weird Giraffe Games. That game, you are a street musician in New Orleans, and you're trying to get the most tips. I think that game is so cool because every time I play, people are so surprising. In the game, you choose a song to play, one that you know or a standard that everyone knows, and you start playing it. You put the energy from each of your musicians as the song dictates, and you start playing it, and everyone goes around and starts playing it, or their own song. But then it gets back to your turn, and you get to decide, are you actually going to put in that much energy or not, based on what everyone else has started playing and doing. And so you can kind of guess what other people are going to do, but as I said, they always surprise me, and it just keeps going around like that, where you actually finish a song and then put out another song, and you try to get area control of all the different locations, and each location has a different mood, as do people, and you have to try to match the mood of the song with the mood of the people to gain more money.
That sounds awesome, and everyone in the audience knows exactly what kind of music fan I am, so I am eagerly anticipating that. Anything else that you wanted to get a shout out to here? Maybe some of the volunteer staff. They look incredibly hard-working and like they have been on fire this entire con.
Oh yeah, so one, I have an amazing booth staff, but two, like they're like amazingly popular and great at stuff. So first there's Liz from Beyond Solitaire. She's been teaching Stellar Leap for most of the convention. There's Jeremy from Jambalaya Plays. He is also awesome. Well, like everyone's awesome, so I will take out that part because I think they all are. Danny from Derek and Danny. Jack is a board game CA. Michelle from A Geek Girl's Guide. Kevin, who is one of my designers, he did Tiny Tumbletown, which I'll talk to you about, in 6 months or something. And there's also Quinn, who is another designer. So, we have a star-studded booth, and they're all like super nice and super great.
And all of them are coming out because they believe in Carla and Nick, and they believe in all the awesome games that they have been putting out, which explains why last year you were at Unpub, and this year you are commanding a wonderful 10x20 booth. Thank you so much, Carla. For everyone at home, we're going to have a roundtable podcast go up on our podcast channel, The Cardboard Herald, in which Carla and her husband, Nick, co-owner of Weird Giraffe Games, are both on that panel. Thank you so much, Carla.
Thank you. I've had a great time.
If you enjoyed this video, we have all kinds of other reviews, interviews, and recommendations via writing, podcast, and video here on our channel and website cardboardherald.com. Our content is audience supported, so if you want to show your support, please visit our Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Cardboard Herald.